Well, hello my dear friends, my dear viewers, welcome to the last video of this week, which is this week's chapter of Boku no Hero Academia 152 of its name, the Million. So, we've had a sort of progression in the titles. 150 was just Mirio Togata, 151 was Mirio Togata with 3 exclamation marks, and 152 is the Million, which is Mirio Togata's hero name. So I think that this chapter may very well mark the end of Mirio's small little flashback. This is, after all, a small flashback. So we start right with Overhaul sending the bullets towards what was his face? I forgot the guy's name, which I will check on the last chapter very quick. Nemoto, when he sent the bullets to Nemoto. Okay, so we finally succeeded. Up until now, even if someone got shot, they'd recover naturally in a day or two. It was still an incomplete product. Oh, so this will completely nullify the powers. The effect of the element emitted from Eri's body would simply vanish. To start off, we had to figure out how to preserve that effect, and it took quite some time. But with this, we can completely eliminate quirks. Problem is, the time and money required are simply too great. The purification process for the amount required for 5 bullets took an entire month. It's because we're self-educated and have these crappy facilities, we need to prepare the proper environment. So that's why he needs financial aid. He wants to improve the production of this quirk eliminating bullets. This is much more worrisome than what we had predicted. So we'll see. Mirio Togata losing his quirk would be very scary indeed. Now that All for One is gone, this is our chance. We have no time to waste. So here we go, Shisaki's counterattack. Chapter 152, The Million. Fire. So we're back where the last chapter ended. A moment's hesitation, but where? I know full well just how valuable these bullets are. I'm the only one of the expendables who knows. I can't waste even a single one. I must hit him, the permeation man, in a single shot. But it's no good. I'd already realized the second the young master tossed the bullets to me. What about his head? No, he's unconscious. How can I prevent him from using his permeation? Jesus. Oh. That's a rash decision. He pointed the gun at Eri. That's a rash decision. Overhaul will not be happy because, after all, he needs Eri. It would be surprising to see Overhaul stand in front of Eri and actually shout to Nemoto, "Are you crazy?" Maybe that's what will happen. I can't stand to see that girl without a smile on her face. Okay, so that's recording Mirio. Those are your true feelings, and we see him jumping towards her. Oh God. Mirio understood completely. When murderous intent was directed at her, she would not scream or cry. She would close her eyes, be silent, and grit her teeth. That was the girl's way of bracing for the pain that she knew she had no choice but to accept. It was a habit she adopted in trying to endure it. That came about from the sense of hopelessness and despair that was engraved into her after living in pain, in fear, and Mirio knew this. She's experienced it firsthand. You are sick. You say this to whom? To Mirio or Eri? I'll never let you feel sad again. I won't. So, can he transfer permeability? Can he and someone else be permeable at the same time? I think this is what we will be seeing here. It's whether or not that's true, whether or not he can make others permeable, because the fact that he decides to touch her implies that he is able to make others permeable. Maybe by sacrificing his permeability? Okay, so I won't let you get hurt anymore. So the bullet phases through him. Okay, so he was saved by a hero. I'm gonna become a hero and save people too. Okay, so we see his origin story. Mirio, with our quirks, if we make one little misstep, we could get split right in half. It's a really tough quirk to deal with. That's why Daddy gave up on becoming a hero. Even so, do you still want to be one? His dad looks so comical. I'll do my best. Okay, so he trained and he trained and he grew up. From small little things like just phasing from a rock. Very cool indeed. You can become strong, come study under me. Hey, did you know people are calling us the Big Three? Seriously? Up until now it always seemed like Amajiki and I stood out from the pack, but Togata, your growth was so remarkable that for some reason everyone started calling us that. I guess this means the entire school's acknowledged it. Man, your guys are amazing, you're strong. I knew this would happen from the start, Mirio. So I guess after 17 years I finally tasted success, huh? Damn, please. Oh, come on, the bullet hit him. No. Come on, no. Because people are endowed with things called quirks, they can dream. Dreams that maybe they can be someone that matters. They're all sick in the head, so wipe that smile off your face. Thanks to the power of that girl you were trying to save, everything you've worked so hard to cultivate has just been reduced to naught. Jesus, no, please don't. Wait, what? He kicked the unconscious aide right at him, young master. Focus on your opponent and predict their next action. Nothing I've done up to now will ever be useless. I will always be Lemillion. No, please, no. It's too soon for that. Ooh. Sakake's quirk should still be affecting him. He should have lost that quirk that made him seem all but invincible. He should be weighed down by the shackles of wanting to protect Harry from harm. That's the thing. The fact that he wants to protect her, it's not a shackle. It's actually what gives him strength. That's what the villains don't understand, and that's what's amazing about him. It's not a shackle that weighs him down, it's the strength that pushes him forward. And even without his quirk, he still has his... What the hell is he? 15 minutes have passed since Mirio caught up to them. 5 minutes have passed since he was shot with the quirk-destroying bullets. In the overwhelming disadvantageous situation in which he was outnumbered 2-1, he fought approximately 1/3 of the battle in a quirkless condition. Damn. No, not fought, but protected to the bitter end. Damn. Look at that. You wanted to be a hero and you wanted to save Ariel Lemillion. It's all because of the sickness plaguing this squalid this squalid age. I'll cure all the delusional people like you with Ares power. Night Eye, Tamaki, everyone, please know. Chisaki! Oh damn, this will be perfect in the anime. I thought I told you I abandoned that name. Let me guess. Yep. He made it in the nick of time. Next week, Deku joins the battle with a caller page. Bam! Midoriya, Deku appears, joins the battle against Overhaul to aid his now quirkless friend and mentor, in a way, Mirio Togata, the Lemillion. Now, there's a lot of things to be considered here. Is Mirio really quirkless now? Or maybe that bullet wasn't exactly perfected as well as they thought it was. There's still a chance for that, but as I usually say in all my videos, not just Boku no Hero, doing that would be taking out the suspense out of the scene. And that's what this chapter actually did, was adding more suspense to last week's chapter ending, because I even discussed it with one of you guys in the comments, about that bullet probably being a fake bullet or him actually dodging the bullet. I actually never thought that Nemoto would point the gun at Eri. It was a pretty easy thing to predict now that I think of it, but... So, it happens that the bullet was the real deal, and knowing that actually added more suspense to the ending of last chapter. Now, it's as I said with Pedro's death in last week's One Piece chapter. It's what I said with Makarov's death back in Fairy Tail. Undoing those actions takes everything from the scenes. It makes the scenes mean nothing. Because a lot of people, speaking now of One Piece a little bit, a lot of people aren't giving a rat's ass about last week's ending. Because people don't believe that Pedro will die. People think that Pedro will somehow come back, that he's somehow still alive. Me, myself, I don't want to believe that. As much as I want Pedro to be alive, he's a very cool character and I would love to see more of him. But for the sake of preserving that scene, I think that he should be left dead. For his death to have some meaning, for his actions to have some meaning, he must stay dead. And I think that for the sake of the future of Boku no Hero, for the sake of Midoriya's growth as a hero, and I think for the sake of not letting Mirio's supposed sacrifice go in waste, he should stay quirkless. Or at the very least, take him a very, very long time to recover his quirk. A very long time. Let him not have a quirk for the next, I don't know, 50 to 60 chapters. Have it pass some years in the between, and maybe during that time he can recover his quirk again. That is the only situation I think would be plausible and sort of coolish to bring Mirio's quirk back. And then I want him to die, because I think Mirio will die. But that's a topic for another day. So, yes, I think that for the sake of this scene, of Midoriya's future, because I think he will be touched by Mirio's sacrifice, and thus he will want to train even harder. Because he'll think, oh, if I had gotten here first, maybe I would have been able to help. It's not his fault, we know it's not his fault, but Midoriya being as he is, he will think like that. We all know that for sure. So, I think that Mirio should stay quirkless, no matter how much it hurts. We all like Mirio. And it's as I said, even without a quirk, the guy is strong as hell. He was in line to become the #1 hero. The guy is strong, so his quirk was just an added bonus actually. It's what gave him, like, I want to say half, but half seems a little bit harsh. Gave him like 40%, 30% of his overall badassness was the fact that he could just phase attacks. But now, one of his future battles might have an even greater of an impact, because now the guy can fight for real. He'll have to fight for real. He'll have to get up close and personal if he wants to defeat someone. If he still remains to be a hero, we don't know that. We don't know how the politics will allow a quirkless hero to remain as such. Maybe he'll be kind of forced to join the police forces, a special division of the police forces, maybe. We don't know. So, I guess we will have to wait and see next week, the next chapter on Boku no Hero Academia 153, whose name we do not know because Boku no Hero doesn't actually say the names of their chapters beforehand. Next week we are back in normal. We'll have the 7 Deadly Sins, the Promised Neverland, we will have Skyrim, we will have One Piece finally, and we will have Boku no Hero Academia. This week we had all of those except the One Piece chapter. We had a One Piece theory, which I highly recommend you guys go and see it, because I think this is probably, like, out of all the theories I've ever made, I ever conceived, this is the one I'm the most proud of, because this is the one I actually took some time to actually put some topics on a word sheet. I actually got some thought into it. It may not be the best theory out of all of the theories out there, but I'm really, really proud of this one. And so, if you guys would consider, please do go check that theory out. It's a very, very cool theory, if I do say so myself, if I'm allowed to pull the coal onto my sardine. That's a Portuguese saying that I believe none of you will actually get, but it's okay. Maybe one day I'll explain it to you. So, my dear friends, my dear viewers, this is it for me for this week. I bid you all a fantastic Friday and an even more fantastic and even greater weekend, which is right about to knock at the door. So, my dear friends, my dear viewers, once again, I say my goodbyes to you, and bye-bye.